How are you guys doing? Today is Wednesday, May 12th, 2021, out here in this quarantine. I'm James Sims, and for this episode of The Elite, I'm going to do an individual profile on Frenkie de Jong, who is currently the starting midfielder for Barcelona and for the Dutch national team. If you're unfamiliar with who Frenkie de Jong is, if you think about everything that a central midfielder has to do in terms of just playing offense and being responsible for being the second to last line of defense, the fact that he's able to play the position so well and he's been recognized as such for helping Ajax make it all the way to the semifinals in Champions League, and now he is now the starting center midfielder for the most valuable soccer team in the world, Barcelona, and it's very clear that he's only getting better from there. So if you're unfamiliar with him, like I said, he's originally from Gorinchem, the Netherlands. If you've ever seen him wear that orange uniform to represent the King William of Orange for the Dutch national team, he plays there as well. And after coming out of the Netherlands, he would eventually play for Willem II, and he would find himself getting moved to young Ajax when he was just a teenager. When he was just a teenager, he would officially get his start in 2016, 2017 as a full-on member of Ajax. And this is the year that they were in Europa League. In the Dutch season that he would play, he would start one of the 4 games that he played, and he actually finished with a goal. But in 2016-17, they would finish second in the entire league and finish runners-up in Europa League. The very next year is when Frenkie de Jong became an actual full-time starter. In 2017-2018, in his age 20 season, he would start 16 of the 22 games, and he did finish with a goal that season, but he did happen to finish with 7 assists on the season. And that season Ajax would completely miss out on Champions League, but after they had gone on to win their domestic league, he had clinched a spot he was able to help clinch a spot for Ajax for the next season, as they finished with the second best record. And following that, he would see his career start to take off a little bit more. Following that 2017-2018 season, or I guess going into 2018-2019, following the 2018 World Cup, Frenkie de Jong would get called up to the Dutch national team. And after getting called up to the Dutch national team, he would play his final season with Ajax in his age 21 season in 2018-2019. He would start 30 of the 31 games that he played, as he finished with 3 goals and 3 assists in the Dutch league. And then to add on to all that, he played he played a bunch of Champions League matches. And in 2018-2019, in those 11 starts that he played, he was unable to get a goal or an assist, but he helped Ajax make it all the way to the semifinals before they were knocked out by Barcelona, I believe. But they had a great run. After Frenkie de Jong and Ajax made that great run, of course, with Matthijs de Ligt, who is another young player that's on here, who was being named for his elite young play for the national team. Frenkie de Jong would eventually get moved to Barcelona for the 2019-2020 season, which many are familiar with because, of course, coronavirus halted the season right towards the end, stopped it in its track for months. So, of course, it affected a lot of players. But over the entirety of the season in 2019-2020, in his first season with Barcelona, Frenkie de Jong would start 24 of the 29 games he would play in a season where Barcelona would finish as runners-up in La Liga. They did not win a single trophy in 2019-2020 compared to the past years, in which they hadn't gone since 2007, 2008 without winning a single trophy in a season. But of course, they were just right there. Like I said, they finished in the superfinals of the Supercopa de España. But still, Frenkie de Jong proving that he is a vital piece of that puzzle. And additionally, what he did in Champions League that year, he would play 9 games, not logging a goal or an assist. But of course, he was a very important part of the 2019 season, right before they ended up losing in the quarterfinals to Bayern Munich. But following that exit, that would transition him into this season. So far this season, Frenkie de Jong has played 34 of 30. He was started 34 of the 36 games that he's played for Barcelona thus far in a season where Barcelona is holding the second best record in La Liga to Atletico after they had to come back from being down. They had a chance to take the temporary lead in the table yesterday, but they did end up drawing. But thus far this season, in the 36 games he's played, he has 3 goals and 4 assists in La Liga. He has 3 goals and 2 assists in the 5 Copa del Rey games this season, and thus far in the Copa del Rey, Barcelona was actually able to win Copa del Rey. So that's the only trophy that or if they don't win La Liga, that might be the only trophy they come away with this season, as they got eliminated in the round of 16 of Champions League by PSG, I believe, and they ended up losing in the Supercopa de España final. But regardless, this season is still not over, as everything is still up for grabs. And looking at where Frenkie de Jong is as a player, considering he only turns 24 today, I think a lot of his best soccer is definitely ahead of him. It's very for a player that young to be signed by Barcelona. I think that's only a sign that that his best soccer is not far. His best soccer is pretty far away from him. And he's still one of the best midfielders in the world. He's one of the best developing players. He very well could make the Netherlands a contender with his ability to play in the midfield. And at the same time, he makes Barcelona a lot better, especially when he's doing what he's doing at his position. And with that said, I hope that by this time next year he has more to talk about in his profile. But with that said, I want to wish Frenkie de Jong a happy 24th birthday. And if you ever get a chance to watch him, he's wearing number 21 for Barcelona. I forget what number he wears for the Netherlands, but he's definitely wearing 21 for Barcelona. I want to thank everyone once again for listening to all 6-7 minutes of this piece. Today is Wednesday, May 12th, 2021, out here in this quarantine. I'm James Sims. I want to thank everyone for listening to my piece. Thanks once again. And once all of today's exhibitions and matchups are done, I will come back to you tomorrow on Thursday, May 13th, 2021 for another episode of The Elite. Thanks for the last time for listening to my piece. I hope all is well, and peace out. I'll catch you tomorrow.